Welcome to the Wild Medicine Podcast. My name is Tarani, owner of earthknee.com, a sacred path to inner healing, self-discovery, and true creativity. I am an energy healer and professional artist, ready to reweave ceremony and heart-centeredness into humanity. Wild Medicine is a podcast here to hold sacred space to learn the ancient ways of wellness. We talk about anything from spiritual alchemy to astrology and even trauma transmutation. It is my mission to educate you on the wild medicines of our world and show you the way to unleashing your personal power. This podcast is full of episodes with just me and plenty of our powerful guests. Each episode, you will be invited into a new world of heartfelt information here to transform your life as a beautiful soul here on planet Earth. Each episode brings you new information of the medicines within story, knowledge, and transformation. Now is our time to dive in and radiate our wildness. Enjoy and always tune in. Hello, welcome to another episode. What a powerful day to be recording. I just moved into my new studio space where I'll be recording now, and there's a big beautiful window in front of me with a gorgeous tree with little berries. I don't know what the berries are, but I am definitely going to find out. There's been birds flying around, and today has just been one of those beautiful days where it's raining but the sun is shining and the vibes are just right. It's been a good day, and I just was like, you know what, I'm feeling the inspiration to record a podcast, so I'm going to go ahead and do it. So here I am recording a podcast, super excited. I've been thinking a lot about wild medicine and where I'm at with it. I've explained this in a past couple episodes, and I've decided that it is time to start a new season. So this is officially going to be the last episode of the previous season, and we're going to start a new one starting the next episode. And I have reweaved a new schedule into my life for wild medicine to better dedicate space to this podcast. I've been having a hard time with that for the past couple months, but I've definitely found a new mojo and method to reweaving this podcast into my everyday life so that I can better have it be medicine for you guys. I want it to be very potent. I want it to be very magical. And so I'm excited for this new chapter of the Wild Medicine Podcast, so enjoy. This episode is going to be on the Lion's Gate. And when I was really thinking, I was like, okay, why do I feel called to record a podcast? Like, what am I going to talk about? And this has been a big question for the past, month or so, and just really marinating on what I want to share and what I want to talk about. And the universe was almost like a bell just ringing in my head, Lion's Gate, Lion's Gate. And I was like, hell yeah, I should talk about this, because last year during the Lion's Gate portal, I made a video, which you can go out and find on my YouTube, about the Lion's Gate and how it was working with us last year. And so I was like, yeah, I would love to revisit that and not only just hold space for you guys to tell you about the Lion's Gate, what it is, what the energy is that's coming through, but also give space for myself to deeply think about, what this year's Lion's Gate is bringing through. And so I'm excited to dive into that and just share with you guys a little bit about what the Lion's Gate is, in case you don't know what it is, and how it pertains to us this year, and decoding some of the themes that have been coming up lately. And then I'm also going to do a little card reading for us to pull out some more information on what's going down this year in the Lion's Gate. So yeah, it's going to be exciting. It's going to be very beautiful, and enjoy. So I guess we can just already go in and start with, what is the Lion's Gate? So the Lion's Gate, you might have been hearing it around a bit if you are into the spiritual community, especially if you're on Instagram, or maybe you're subscribed to some lovely email people. The Lion's Gate is actually a very, very powerful astrological alignment that dates back all the way into the Egyptians. It actually was seen as a very spiritual and high-centered, high-energy day to the Egyptian culture, and that's kind of where its roots come from. And even today, that still aligns. And why it is so important, and why even the Egyptians knew that this day was just so cosmic, and this kind of time period window that we're in is so cosmic, is because Earth and the star Sirius align. And then on that day as well, on the 8th, Orion's belt aligns with the 3 pyramids of Giza. And so if you're into astrology and mysticism, like, you know that this is like a cosmic gateway. The pyramids are perfectly in alignment with the freaking Orion's belt. The star Sirius and Earth are aligned, and all of this just brings in a lot of sacredness, a lot of energy, a lot of new lessons. It's almost like a gateway if you really think about it. Sirius is a very high consciousness planet. It's a very high energy planet. I definitely invite you to look up about the star Sirius and kind of see what's going down and learn about that. Be I can bring somebody on the podcast to talk about this. But it's definitely interesting. So go ahead and look at that to find out more about the energy that Sirius is going to be bringing us during this time. But also Orion's belt. Like, this constellation is very powerful, and it's like a gateway, you know? So this is going to be a really powerful time. The gate for the Lion's Gate opens on July 26th. And then it'll be open until August 12th, and the peak of the Lion's Gate is actually on the 8th, of course, because it's 8/8. And so if you know anything about numerology, which I totally love numerology and have been geeked out over it literally since I found out about numerology, 8 is a very powerful number. 8 is a number of abundance. 8 is a number of balance, of, things being restored, of, the continuation, the changed fluidity. It's a very, very powerful number. And so when we have this day that is marked as 8/8, it's just seen as a portal for balance to be restored in all the different polarities of our life. The good, the bad, the negative, the sweet, the harsh, the soft. All of these different aspects of our life are kind of able to be balanced so that this gateway can open into our lives and into the planet Earth. The Earth is going to be receiving high vibrational light codes. It's a deep time of ascension and transformation for many beings on the Earth. High energy is going to be coming through to activate us. And it's a time to learn mastery and evolution. And it's called the Lion's Gate because that gateway is opened like a couple days after the astrological zodiac sign goes into Leo. And so if you know anything about astrology, Leo season is pretty powerful because Leos have the ability to really hone down on personal power, personal image, and a lot of these qualities that us as humans find extremely important right now in this lifetime, to really have the willpower, the courage, and the dedication, devotion to create our reality that we like and show up in a way that we like, in a way that we want to be seen, in a way that we can be heard so that we can fulfill our mission. And even though you might not be a Leo, you might be a Pisces, or you might be like, Scorpio, or all the water signs. Oh my God, I'm such a water sign. But anyway, you might be like, okay, well, I'm not a Leo, so does this even pertain to me? Yes, it does. If you're not a Leo, you're still experiencing the energy because the Earth is in that sign. And so the overall collective consciousness on Earth right now is pretty much ruled in that sun part and that sun sign. So it's pretty interesting. I'm definitely feeling the Leo season activation, and what this gate is opening up for me is pretty powerful and pretty intense. And, we just got to roll through the waves and continue to ride through this experience of the Lion's Gate. And the best thing that you can do is to be the clearest channel that you possibly can be. This is an awesome time to maybe go on a cleanse, do some fasting, do some deep meditation practice, and kind of up-level whatever you need to do to make sure that you're a clear channel, because the clearer you are, the more energy is able to channel through and the highest potency. The more potent this magic is, the bigger the ripple it's going to create throughout our life. And this is serious stuff, guys. This gateway is like pure magic. Like, it's real, you know? So it's a great time to set up manifestations, to really find your word and find your mission and find your purpose and, you know, create some real sustainable changes that need to be made in your life. I think all of us can really agree that the past couple of weeks, the past couple of months have really been making us dig into ourselves, or even pounding us with a reality check about where we're at and maybe what we're not doing that's in alignment with our lives, and where we could be showing up better, where we need to be devoting more of our energy to, who we need to cut out of our energy, what we need to cut out of our energy. You know, especially if we have told the universe that we hear it and that we are ready to fulfill our mission, it's like banging on our door right now. Like, hey, you need to change this, you need to change this, do this better, invite this in. And if you're ignoring it and if you're not doing good things, it's probably very, very hard on you. And I know me as an empath, doing my work and knowing that I have more work to do as well on myself, and then also observing the people in my life that I see need to be doing work and not showing up and going through their own hardships because of it, it's been a really hardcore time, especially for those of us that are sensitive, because this energy has been amplified. And so this gateway is truly another opportunity, just like it was on the new moon, to soak in and really get fully in depth, like clear, so that we can gain the energy that we need right now to help push us, you know. And I think a lot of times, so many people out there, like I get it all the time, you know, all the time from so many people in my life that they just want to do things on their own, that they want to do it on their alone, that they want to like do it their own way. And you know, that's okay, like do things however you want, but at the same point, like, we need support. We need support from each other. We need support from the higher powers. We need support from all these different aspects of our life so that we can do what we need to do in its highest, most beautiful capacity. And, you know, as a human, it's really freaking hard to do things alone and try to do things alone and reject help from others and reject higher energy and reject lessons, because there are so many more variables present now in our life. Like, there's so many more variables that can deplete our energy or influence our energy and take our personal power away. So this Lionsgate is a beautiful opportunity to hone in on your personal power, you know, and demand that comes back to you in its fullest potency, for you to remember it, for you to be activated, for dormant parts of yourself to be activated, and the ones that have been laying stagnant and like just totally disempowering you to just be canceled out. And I'm serious, those energetic and mental and spiritual codes can be zapped out with this high potency energy. This is literally science. It's literally astrology. You know, this is like legit happening, and it has a ripple effect. It's been proven that, you know, the stars and the planets and all of these different astrological bodies do have an effect on what we experience here on Earth. It's been something that's been studied for so long, and, you know, it's real. This magic is real, and the more you put energy into it and the more you say, hey, I see you, the more that those divine messages are going to come through, because this is a gateway for the cosmic energy on Earth to help us embody it, to help us get more in tune with, you know, the universe and our path in the universe, and, you know, what we're really here for. So it's going to be a really, especially since we are in like a 3-year, which is a very high energy number, where we're learning a lot and we're owning up to a lot, and especially healing our inner child. There's a lot of inner child healing going on. Like, there's a lot of inner child healing going on, and it's hard. And I just want to let you know that the universe is on our side. There's a divine plan for everything, and that it's important for us to take the support where it's being given. And I see that this Lionsgate is a huge pathway to that support. A huge pathway to that support, 100%. And, you know, it's time for us to step up as light workers, as people who are interested and open-minded and, you know, ready to step up to the plate. It's our time to get on in there and get to it, and to dive in there and to have faith and to connect and The best thing that you can do during this time is to take part in ceremony. There's plenty of ceremonies and gatherings happening. I know in major cities. I'm hosting one here in Houston. So if you're in, southern Texas or even central Texas and you're looking for something to do, like come out. Come enjoy. Come connect with people. It's a beautiful time to connect with others because there is deep power in numbers. The more the merrier, especially on a gateway with this. I invite you to do some sound healing, allow space for you to do something that just helps you quiet your mind, helps you slow down and become thoughtless. And you'll see it'll happen literally like magic. It'll happen so easily. You'll just 100% just lose those busy thoughts and just tune into your heart, and then from there the codes will just rush through. Last year I did the Lionsgate sound bath, and that was really powerful, and that's why Andrea and I were like, hey, let's do this again this year because that was very powerful, and we love holding that sacred space. We love being one of the universe's gatekeepers for this powerful day, and sound healing is a very powerful way to accelerate the healing in your life and to bring through powerful codes. And so a question that I want you guys to kind of explore and maybe even journal about on, the Lionsgate or the days leading up to the Lionsgate or on that tail end of the Lionsgate, is to question yourself, what do you want to channel through this gateway? And that's a really, really big thing for this astrological event is basically anything and everything that we truly need on a soul and heart level can be channeled through this beautiful portal that's created on planet Earth through Sirius and Orion's belt and the sun and Earth. Anything we need can be channeled through. It's a way for the cosmos to send us powerful, powerful support. And it doesn't need to be I'll reword that. I invite you to take it deep and to go really deep in this question about what do you want to channel through this gateway. Because this is such a high potency energy that can literally ripple throughout your entire year and will continue to spread and ripple and create magic throughout your year. So really think about the continuous themes that have been playing out in your life, the continuous lessons that you've been learning, and the shit that you've been facing. Think about those continuous, repeating things, and then ask yourself, what do you want this powerful cosmic Lion's Gateway to channel through for you to help you with those hard aspects of your life so that true sustainable change can be made? And accept this support. Let the universe know you're open and be ready to receive. And, all you have to do to receive is just say that I'm ready and just surrender. Surrender. Allow yourself to receive. Allow yourself to be supported. Allow yourself to be guided. And be ready to commit to do whatever you need to do to make this possible for you and to follow through on your end. Because the universe can be handing you so much and hella supporting you and giving you all the things you need. But if you're only picking it up for a few days and then losing track of it, you're not doing the work that you need to be doing. You're not showing up and being devoted in the way that you need to be devoted. It's time for all of us, and I'm pretty sure all of us can agree that there are areas in our life where we can definitely step up to the plate, not only to be a better person for ourselves, but for the people in our lives, our loved ones, the people who we are trying to help in this lifetime, and our own souls and our own soul's mission and the overall collective consciousness. We are all in a place where we can always do better. And I think that that's beautiful. And I think that there is so much power and there is so much respect in owning up to that and saying, hey, I see that this is happening, this keeps happening, okay, this is what I need in order to change that, and I'm ready and I am listening to whatever I need to do to make that happen. So it's going to be pretty cool. So definitely just roll on that and question it and write about it. Allow yourself to really kind of dissect this. It can be something that you can take pretty deep as you want to take with it. And so I always invite you to take it as deep as you can, because the more energy you put in, the more you're going to get out, and that's just universal law. So definitely dive deep into that. Okay, so I brought my cards because I love doing readings for you guys. I'm going to pull from my Mythical Goddess deck. And I just want to pull maybe like 3 cards on what this Lion's Gate means for us as a collective, and based off the collective energy that has been going on and presented to us for the past few days. So I'm just going to lightly shuffle. Dear mythical goddesses, ascended beautiful goddesses, I invite you into my beautiful cards to bring forth a message for us on what this Lion's Gate is bringing to the collective of humanity. What is it nurturing for us as a collective? And what can all of us be more mindful on an individual level? Okay, nice. First card for what is this Lion's Gate fully about, I got Ace of Fire, which is about illumination. And the other card that I got for basically the course of action that this Lion's Gate is bringing to us as a collective, I got Seas of 8, so I guess Cups of 8, and it says depletion. So it came out reversed as well, so I feel like this is definitely a message that it is going to help us kind of restore some of the depleted energy that has been going on Earth. And I think we can all really agree that there's lots of areas where people, places, and things on Earth are being depleted and being run dry. So this Lion's Gate is definitely going to be channeling through a lot of healing, high-potency energy for all of that depletion that has been going on to kind of be restored and replenished. And then what can we pay attention to on an individual level? Ooh, cleansing. Cups of 5, cleansing. So yeah, I would say that this reading is definitely saying that the Lion's Gate is a time of illumination, a way for us, the light to come through and the light to be shown and shine light on our shadows and the deep places of ourselves that maybe we've been hiding, and maybe reawakening humanity as a collective to definitely notice and become aware of where we are depleting our energy, where we are depleting the Earth's energy, and allowing space for this gateway to send healing to all of the depletion present on planet Earth. And then on an individual level, it's definitely asking us to cleanse away all that no longer serves us and to be ready to do the cleansing work that needs to happen. You know, there's a lot of purging, I think, going on for a lot of people. I think our lives are forcefully purging things that no longer serve us out of our lives, and it's pretty hardcore. It's been hardcore for me, and so I can definitely see that just for me on an individual level that this is a great time of cleansing, and that this Lion's Gate is perfectly in alignment to cleanse away all that no longer serves us on an energetic level, on a cellular level, so that we can mentally and spiritually take in the cleansing that we need, and so that we can receive those activations. It's definitely time, like for me, I'm sure y'all can agree too, that it's time for us to cleanse away. Always. There's always more to cleanse away that no longer serves us. I want to pull another card from the Goddess Provision's Sacred Self-Care Rituals deck, just to kind of pull a card on what is a collective activity that we can do on an individual level that the collective needs to do more to help with our depletion. What self-care ritual can we invite into our lives to welcome in more self-love and self-replenishment and healing energy so that we're not as depleted as we are, and that we're not depleting others and we're not depleting the earth. Create an altar. Oh, that is so awesome. Lots of messages coming through with this one. I definitely feel like this is symbolic because I've been really thinking a lot about how, especially in the Western culture, how we have kind of put ceremony on the back burner and haven't been we as a collective, we don't really engage in our spiritual practices in the way that our ancients did, in the way that our ancestors did. And an altar is a simple, beautiful, powerful, sacred space that people throughout all cultures and all religions have honored in their own way to go and be spiritually devoted. And I know this is powerful for me. I need to create a new altar. I definitely want to create a new altar for the Lion's Gate. And I think that this is a beautiful invitation for you guys to do the same, to create that sacred space and hold that sacred space for yourself, and have somewhere where you can go to connect, where you can go to cast out that energy and create a practice. The beautiful thing about having an altar is that you have a dedicated space to go and do your spiritual work. And so it really helps with accountability, because every time you walk by that space, that energy is going to pull you in to ask you, yes, please come connect. Please come hold space for yourself. So that's a very powerful message. I definitely invite you guys to go and create that sacred space for yourself, to dive into it, do whatever you want. Maybe I'll even create a blog this week on earthly.com on how to create an altar and give you guys some beautiful ideas on, what you can put on your altar in honor of, whatever you're growing through and whatever you're desiring. So, yay! I think that is so beautiful and powerful. I'm so ready to go create an altar now. But yeah, guys, this is really good times, really good energy. I know that things have been rough, but it's all for a good purpose. And, just keep the faith, keep respecting, keep showing up and being an honorable person, and everything's going to be all right. We all have stuff to grow through. We all have things to learn. And the more that we can accept that process and stay open to the healing energy that's available to us and be as devoted as we possibly can to bettering ourselves in the world, the easier things will flow together and work themselves out. Thank you so much for enjoying this podcast. I really hope that, by me putting this out there, you learned something new and, are going to take this beautiful opportunity to transform your life and spread awareness to your loved ones on how they can transform their life. I got some pretty cool stuff coming up. Like I said, I am doing the Lion's Gate portal, so on that day from 7 to 9 p.m. at Tribe Wellness here in Houston, Dre and I will be doing a sound bath for the Lion's Gate portal, and we'll be smudging and using sacred smoke medicine to cleanse you all. We'll have tea, and we'll also have a discussion on the Lion's Gate. So if you have specific questions, if you want to come out there and ask them in person, you're more than welcome to. If you want to add in the comments or email me personally asking any questions that you have, definitely always reach out. I am totally here for you guys in every way, shape, and form. I also have, there's an event called Movement happening on the 10th here at Buffalo Bayou Park in Houston, and I'll be doing the mass sound bath for that wellness festival. I have the Reiki Roots retreat in another week, so that's going to be very beautiful and potent. Spots are completely full for that, but definitely keep a lookout. If you're interested in sacred retreats, check out shaktiamore.com. That's my retreat website that I have with Andrea, and you can see our other upcoming retreats on there. We just released Sacred Grounds. And you can follow us on Instagram as well to keep up with all that we're doing. And there's a lot of beautiful magic and reminders that come through there as well. If you are looking for some guidance, definitely reach out. If you're looking for a personal reading to help find out what you need to cleanse out during this time, please reach out. We can do readings, we can do intuitive healing sessions, we can do Reiki sessions, I can do a one-on-one sound bath, yoga, everything. I'm super excited to announce that in the next upcoming months, I'm going to be releasing a sacred mentorship program where I can work with you guys one-on-one for 3 to 6 months, really helping you make some powerful change in your life. If this is something you're interested in, definitely reach out to me because I can still help you now if you need that. But yeah, if you have any guest recommendations for this new season, definitely bring them my way. And with that being said, I really want it to be heard that this podcast, the intention of this podcast is to spread awareness, hold and anchor down medicine that can be easily digestible and relatable for people at any stage of their life. And as a podcast host, and I'm sure other podcast hosts can agree with me, that a lot of people reach out to you because they're releasing this new book or, to promote themselves, which is good. I always want to promote other people, other artists, other solistic entrepreneurs, and anybody out there that is doing something powerful. This is a great platform to promote yourself, but at the same point, I don't want that to be your motivating factor. I want you to come on this podcast and share your medicine because it is potent medicine and it needs to be heard, and you have something powerful to say, and you want to create that sacred space here on this podcast. So yeah, definitely make sure that you're coming at it with that intention, because it can be a little frustrating because this is, my baby, and I'm nurturing it, and I feel very strongly about this platform and what I'm creating here. So I only want it to be the best. So make sure you have good intentions. And if you have somebody that would be a good intentions, or you yourself have good intentions and want to be on the podcast, definitely come on out and reach out to me. I definitely want to do that. So yeah, I'm really excited. So many good things coming, so many good things happening. I feel extremely blessed. And I hope you guys enjoyed this short, cute little episode of the Wild Medicine Podcast. I always appreciate your reviews. If there was a part that blew your mind that you want to share with others, please share it on Facebook or Instagram and tag us, and we'll share it with everyone else so that they can check it out. Follow me on Instagram at earthly_energy. And yeah, keep up with me. I send you guys so much love. This is such a powerful time, so I just want you all to definitely hold space for yourself to slow down and practice your medicine. Always tune in and practice your medicine. With so much love and gratitude in my heart, I send you off with the most blessings that this Lionsgate is going to bring through, and to just have the universe rain down radiance inside of you. You got this. You are powerful. You are beautiful. And in the name of the light in the universe, Sat Nam, and enjoy the rest of your week.